That we've been talking about in the area of Precedent East Indian Trail, right near Newburgh. Just in the last 30 minutes, what we've learned is the officer that was hurt in that crash is expected to survive. There were actually two officers that were injured in that. Both are expected to survive. This crash itself happened just around 3:30 this morning. An LMPD officer from the 6th Division was in the cruiser with another officer when they collided with a passenger vehicle. Again, both of the officers are expected to survive, and the passenger that was in the other car that you see there on your screen is also expected to survive. We're told that person has non-life-threatening injuries. If we learn some more about this, we'll jump in and let you know, but it looks like this is going to be a traffic situation now as we move forward. We can also tell you that this morning we are one step closer to avoiding a government shutdown.
Overnight, the United States Senate passed a short-term spending bill to fund the government into early next year. The bill now heads to President Biden's desk to be signed before Congress goes on Thanksgiving break. White House officials say Biden is prepared to sign it as long as it, quote, maintains current funding levels and has no harmful policy riders. The current bill does not include extra aid for Israel, Gaza, or Ukraine. Senator Schumer says he will work with House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell to get that done after Thanksgiving.
Jurors in the trial of former LMPD officer Brent Hankinson are going the distance. Today will mark the 4th day of deliberation. Now, after a full day of talks yesterday, the jury left for the night. That happened around 5 o'clock. Hankinson is, of course, charged with 2 civil rights violations for shooting into the apartments of Breonna Taylor and her neighbor in March of 2020. Prosecutors argue Hankinson fired 10 rounds blindly into the homes, while Hankinson's attorney says he was trying to save his fellow officers that night. If convicted, Hankinson faces a possible maximum sentence of life in prison.
The man LMPD shot for allegedly pointing an AR-style pistol at them is now being held on a $100,000 bond. Officers were responding to a domestic violence call on Beecher Street near Wyandotte Park on Monday. That's where they found Jerron Bobbitt in a car armed with a gun. They say Bobbitt ran from police, refused to drop his gun, and then pointed it at them. That is when officers then shot Bobbitt. His charges include endangerment of a police officer.
Right now, unionized Starbucks workers across the country are striking for what's being called the Red Cup Rebellion. Union reps at more than 300 stores say Starbucks hasn't made efforts to bargain in the last 5 months. The Workers United Union wants to meet over staffing and scheduling issues. Today's strike comes on what's known as Red Cup Day, which is something they do every year. Starbucks hands out those free reusable cups to customers. It's a busy day because of that, lots of customer traffic, and that's why the union also wants Starbucks to turn off mobile orders on future promotion days. A supervisor at one of the stores, this one particularly in Seattle, says just in the past, these kinds of promotional days have brought upwards of 220 transactions every single half an hour, which is a 40% boost in business.
They told us they tried to staff the floor as much as possible, but baristas were incredibly stressed. Their mental health was declining, and we even sustained some physical injuries, which was not good.
This isn't one of those strikes that goes on for an indefinite amount of time. This strike is only for one day, but the union is calling on all Starbucks stores to, whether they're unionized or not, to join the walkout.
Disruptive behavior on the bus is one of the main reasons nearly 150 JCPS bus drivers took part in a sick-out last week. On Wednesday, the district rolled out a new system hoping to fix the problem. The school district's Culture and Climate Department will oversee a new bus referral system. The district says it's going to have designated personnel at bus compounds to address drivers' concerns faster. The new staff members will log behavioral issues on buses and provide weekly updates on potential resolutions.
Therefore, we thought the best solution was to just put somebody in front of them that they can talk to, that they can physically hand that referral to, so that we can get that to our administrators as quickly as possible. We're looking at really streamlining that turnaround time, 24, 48 hours.
While the district focuses on student behavior, bus drivers still struggle with new routes and short staffing, leading to long, stressful workdays. Our team asked JCPS officials if there were any updates to routing changes, but we're told there's nothing to share right now.
Today, Mayor Craig Greenberg will join other city leaders to detail plans designed to bolster the city's economy. We're expecting to hear new ideas that will stimulate growth and development downtown, create jobs, and enhance the overall economic landscape of Louisville. Mayor Greenberg's plan is to unveil all of that information today at 2.